Good day, my name is MARIAM. I would like to present my poster entitled Impact of COVID-19 Pandemic on Corneal Transplantation in Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia Medical Centre. As you all know, on the 30th of January 2020, WHO has declared coronavirus disease as a global pandemic. Nonetheless, Malaysia was able to handle the crisis well even with minimal resources, but the aftermath of the worldwide outbreak has highlighted the weakness in certain areas of medical services, an example corneal transplantation surgeries, which are highly dependent on foreign support. The study is to examine the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on UKMC corneal transplantation surgeries from pre-pandemic in comparison with similar time frame during the pandemic. This is a retrospective study which evaluates the surgical data from March 2018 until February 2022. The data was presented as a descriptive analysis. As you can see from this chart here, from March 2018 to February 2020, a total case of 37 cases of corneal transplantation were performed in UKMC. In comparison to the subsequent 2 years during the pandemic, the number of cases appears significantly reduced to 30 cases only. There are also no cases performed for 3 months from March 2020 to May 2020 due to the early outbreak in COVID-19 in the USA. From September 2020 to February 2021, there was a significant drop in the corneal transplant surgeries performed in UKMC, which corresponded to the sudden increase of pandemic cases in the USA. We identified that the total number of corneal transplantation was mildly affected by the USA COVID-19 pandemic timeframe. Organ and tissue procurement in the USA and Europe were drastically affected by the COVID-19 pandemic during the early outbreak period in 2020. The cause was due to the lack of information on the risk of transmission of the virus from the donor to the recipient. EBAA has reported a reduction of 24 to 29% in donors due to the pandemic. This has adversely affected the corneal transplantation surgeries performed in UKMC, which are highly dependent on the corneal tissue supply from an eye bank called Corneal in Seattle, USA. Other than the lack of supply of corneal tissue, corneal transplant surgeries using general anesthesia was limited as the ophthalmology department of UKMC has managed the ocular surgeries based on the protocol of surgical priority category, and they have taken into consideration of the risk of the virus transmission to patient and healthcare workers. Due to this protocol, the number of GA corneal transplant surgeries was greatly reduced and only emergency and urgent cases was permitted. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic affecting USA has impacted the corneal tissue procurement and supply of the eye bank, and this has further affected the corneal transplant surgeries performed in UKMC during similar time frame. Thank you.